Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Lynn with Plasma Energy Solution, and today is June 14th, 2020, and our website is plasmaenergysolution.com, and I hope you'll take the time to go there. We've got lots of articles, lots of videos, FAQs, testimonials, past blogs that I've written. So do take the time. There's a lot there that will help you learn more about the plasma energy. And today I want to talk about Shungite and New Tech Frequency Relief. And our New Tech Frequency Relief comes to you in the summer months in a vial like this. And in the winter months, or if you're overseas, it's going to come in a pair of pads that have been treated with the New Tech Frequency Relief GANS water. And in the winter time here in the States, it's going to come to you in a little bit larger plastic vial. And the reason for that is the glass vials will freeze and break because we happen to be in a cold climate. Okay, so what is New Tech Frequency Relief? It's a combination that was put together by Dr. Paul. It has C60, silver GANS, epizode, green tea, star of anise, nutmeg, milk thistle, C6, oh, I already said that, and more. It has Shungite, and the Shungite comes from Shunga, Russia. And it's the only place that it comes from, and it's thought to be from a source that's over 2 billion years old. And it's also said to contain everything that's on the periodic table. So here's what the uses are. The New Tech Frequency Relief was put together to address the electromagnetic frequencies that we get from cell phones, TVs, computers, any wireless devices, microwave ovens. So anything that's electrical that you have on all the time that's emitting radiation, your Wi-Fi router. And especially now that we're going into higher frequencies in many areas, such as going from 3G or 4G into the 5G. Okay, and what are the effects of electromagnetic frequencies? Well, it can have effects on reduced sperm count and motility, reduced fertility, DNA damage, oxidative stress, brain cancer, cognitive problems, maybe you have an impaired reaction time or memory issues or brain fog, insomnia, fatigue and malaise, tachycardia, digestive disturbances, and cataracts. So those are some of the, and there's a lot of research online, so I would encourage you to get online and read some of the research. And Dr. Paul read a lot of the Russian research and articles and the Japanese articles that were available on the effectiveness of the combination of Shungite, silver, and magnets. And there are many sources that are combining like a colloidal silver and Shungite and making products that way. We always knew that having the GANs, the gas in the atomic nanosolid state of the silver, was an even higher quality of silver energy that you could put with the Shungite. So here's some of the things, here's some comments that Dr. Paul put together why Shungite is effective after we need a meter for checking energy fields of the Shungite. After we used a meter, I'm sorry. Paul, it was interesting because the meter shows that energy fields are not blocked. However, the energy fields are changed because of the Shungite, and there is not an instrument that will measure the torsion field and its rotation, which has been changed from a left rotation to a right rotation. So in other words, the beneficial energy fields of our body are, I'm going to my right, which may not look like it on camera, but they are the right energy fields. And the detrimental energy fields are going to the left, so they're opposite. And that's what he is discussing there about the torsion fields. The right rotation is beneficial to humans, plants, and animals. The left rotation is not beneficial to humans, plants, and animals. This research has been verified by various scientists, mostly Japanese and Russians. When Paul saw that fields were not blocked, he had to do more research and discovered by reading the works of the Russians and the Japanese that what people were looking for to have blocked energy fields had in fact been changed torsion fields of energy, which is the deciding factor of the effectiveness of the Shungite. Paul just finished the Shungite silver GaNs magnets for cell phones, TVs, computers, and all else in our environments that are emitting radiation. And this was from an email I sent out on April 2nd, 2019. So this has been over a year ago. Here's what he had someone locally do with her magnet when she still had pain in her hand a month after carpal tunnel surgery. This was one of the women who works at the post office, and I'd given her a pair of our pain relief gloves, and she said she still had pain right here at the location of the surgery. And so I had a phone magnet in my pocket, and he said, why don't you give her that magnet? And what he told her to do was take the magnet and put it under her glove that night and wear it to bed. And when we went in the next day, she saw us and she went like this. She said, I've been carrying packages for 7 hours and my hand does not hurt. So that was pretty awesome. And it was a permanent condition, okay? Here's something that came in from an online news source. Verizon announced that its 5G cell towers will be turned on for the first time in the U.S. in 2 cities, Minneapolis and Chicago. An activist points out that millimeter waves were used as weapons by the U.S. in war zones in the Middle East. Gosh, it's kind of interesting that there's so much unsettlement in those cities, isn't it? And as I said, this was written over a year ago. Paul is sending a Florida friend the vial of the new tech frequency relief, along with some of the Shungite to take care of his bees. And he had called us because he lost a 10,000 beehive. And he still had more beehives, but he said the bees were really having a terrible time from herbicides, pesticides, energy EMFs, energy frequencies. So Paul sent him a mixture of Shungite and silver GaNs, and it was just, he said, put it in a lid, and the lid would be about this size, and just put it by the entrance to the beehives and let the bees walk through it. And then he told Bob to take, after he made his mother source of the water, to put some in a spray bottle and spray the hives. And when Bob reported back about a week later, he said the bees were much more active. He said they're happy, they're dancing. I'm not sure what dancing bees look like, but Bob knew, okay? And after more reports in the coming weeks after that first report, they had increased the production of honey. And it was interesting because he also went to the hive that he had lost. He had sprayed it also, and when he opened it, there were 500 dead beetles in it. And beetles, there's a certain kind of beetle and mite that are predators to the honeybees. I don't know. What I take from there is a predatory energy may be one of these reverse torsion fields. And so maybe it, whatever happened, it did not like the Shungite combination like the bees did. Okay, so that's a little bit about the Shungite. Now, we do the phone magnets, and we have a little peel and stick. You just peel this white paper off, and then you stick it to your phone or to your computer or your TV, you know, wherever you want to use this. And then we have the size for your breaker box. And this goes on the door facing into the room of your breaker box. Don't put it outside on a meter because it might walk away or be taken off and removed. And just use it inside, and then you'll control being able to keep it. Okay? And then we have several types. We have the plain pendant, Shungite and silver Gans magnet pendant. But then we have a couple of other types that have some stones added to them. And so we have the Amazonite, and the reason we combine some of these is some of the features in the stones were very compatible with the outcome of using the Shungite magnets. So there's 10 healing properties of lapis. I guess I should pick up the right one. This is one of our pendants made of lapis. Okay, and they're going to be, the stones are going to be all kinds of different arrangements and shapes and things like that. It's not one pattern and that's the pattern you get. It's however the stones went into the Shungite and whatever stones were available. So lapis helps to heal physical issues related to past lives, helps with, and that of course is in accordance with your belief system, helps with insomnia by lessening stress and makes dreams more colorful and vivid, helps to build a connection to one's spiritual guardians, protects one from evil influences, stores good intentions, as Masaru Emoto demonstrated in the messages in water. So speak to it. Helps with communication and sales in giving confidence while speaking. Helps with depression and disorganization. Creates spiritual and physical balance and opens the throat chakra while also building confidence. Helps relationships with husbands and wives, etc. Helps heal chronic illness and blood pressure issues, headaches, migraines, epilepsy, and autism, as well as eye and ear problems, old injuries, arthritis, pain, menstrual pain, and pregnancy issues. So the lapis and the Shungite together are synergistic. So that's on the lapis. Now, this is on fluorite, and the interesting thing about fluorite, and I have a couple of fluorite pendants, if you look at these two, they really have, some of it has similar coloring to the lapis, but I promise you it's fluorite and not lapis. Fluorite can even be a light, almost a light gray. So it just depends on the collection of stones that we have to work with. Fluorite cleanses and stabilizes the aura, absorbs and neutralizes negative energy and stress, increases our powers of concentration, self-confidence, and helps us in decision making, encourages positivity, balances the energies, and improves the balance and coordination both physically and mentally. Boosts the immune system, stimulates the regenerative and restructuring of cells and DNA, particularly in the skin and respiratory tract. Helps heal ulcers and wounds. strengthens bone tissue and alleviates rheumatism, arthritis, and spinal injuries, improves the discomfort of shingles and other nerve-related pain. So those are the attributes that are given to the fluorite. And then the Amazonite is this color. And again, some of it is rough cut, some of it is smoother. These are actually rough cut, but they're recessed in somewhat, so it has a smoother appearance. And so what about Amazonite? Boosts self-confidence and courage, helps handle stress effectively, dispels anger, and helps to create strong boundaries in relationships and self-respect and esteem, helps to manifest your goals, hold it at your throat, and speak your goals. Boy, I've got something I can hold here and really talk to, don't I? Helps stop self-destructive behavior. Self-expression and communication are assisted. Dispels negative energy. It's sometimes called the stone of truth. Helps dispel EMFs. Helps calm the nervous system. Thought to bring wealth. Thought to balance the thyroid. Helps heal ear and hearing problems. And helps to increase energy. So those are some of the attributes that that other researchers have put out there about the 3 different stones. And I just happened to have one. I was making pendants last week, and I had just enough left. I didn't think I had enough left to do 2, which I might have. So I poured it into a smaller mold than this because I didn't have enough for this size. Well, what I ended up with this, I guess what you would call that is a whole enchilada because it's got all the stones in it. So that was just a little experiment that I did. So anyway, I hope this has been informative for you, and get out and study the research on the EMFs, and especially on the 4G, the 5G effects on our bodies, and why you would want to be using the Shungite and the new tech frequency relief. Okay, well, please share this video with friends and family. And if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And remember, our website is plasmaenergysolution.com. And thanks again for watching.